Today, we're going to dive into the top 5 areas for families moving to Knoxville or living in Knoxville.
Hey friends, welcome to the Brandy podcast. I'm your host, Brandy, and in this podcast, we're going to talk through all things real estate, wealth building, and investing. And what I really want you to do is reach your financial freedom and live your life worth living.
First up is going to be Farragut. I'm slightly biased on this one. This is where I live and raise my family. So although they're all amazing, I have probably the most knowledge on this one. So Farragut is a standout suburb. It's consistently tops the list when you search areas to move. It's got top rated schools. It has lots of access to parks, greenways, trails, lots of lake access throughout the community, and lots of family-friendly neighborhoods. And so if you're looking for, neighborhoods where your kids are going to be able to play in, meet lots of friends, kids, this is going to definitely top the list for that area for Knoxville. We have Turkey Creek, which is a mile long of everything you can imagine. Shopping, dining, any store, all the great stuff is out there in Turkey Creek. And one of my favorite things about Farragut is the walkability and the trails. Concord Road's a perfect example. You've got trails that go all the way around the roundabout down to all of your walking, biking, lakefront trails. You can kayak, paddleboard. It's just beautiful out there. Lots of greeneries. And the town of Farragut, although very strict for building, they have been really great to preserve just the trees and the greenery. So it's not like driving through an area where it's just flat and new construction everywhere. No trees. Definitely not like that. It's beautiful. The second one that we're going to talk about is Bearden. And Bearden is honestly a really great area. If you are thinking about, I want to be close proximity to all the things, then Bearden's going to be your go-to. They've got great schools as well, and you are super close to downtown. You have got Sequoia Hills, which is a really established older neighborhood. Beautiful. It's right along the river. You have probably all the really great shopping is in Bearden, and lots of different, cafes and coffee shops and things like that. And that kind of spans all the way from, your right off of campus, right when you get down to Kingston Pike, and it spans all the way almost out to, but not including the West Town Mall area. We'll talk about that one in a minute. So it's a pretty broad area. You have lots of different neighborhoods. You've got some historic neighborhoods that are in the Bearden area that are really beautiful and still labeled historic. You've got a historic neighborhood or two in the Bearden area where it's walkable to one of the schools, which is really cool. So if you want to be able to just walk your kid to school, those are some really great neighborhoods that you would want to look into. Okay, so the third one I want to talk about is the West Hills area. And this is kind of centered around, we have the West Town Mall. This whole area is going to be what used to be a long time ago, West Knoxville. That was the farthest point before they developed any further. And so West Hills is going to be, that neighborhood specifically has huge lots. So you're not going to reach out and touch neighbors in that neighborhood. Big yards, lots of trees, half-an-acre lots, that kind of style. But there are lots of old ranchers in that neighborhood. And so the convenient thing for that is you have a local YMCA there, Trader Joe's, you've got bookstores, you've got good shopping and dining in that stretch too. And then of course the mall. Apartments spread throughout this area. You've got affordable neighborhoods, you've got higher end neighborhoods. So you've got a lot of different things to look forward to for the West Hills area. The fourth one we're going to talk about is the Hardin Valley area. Hardin Valley, close to Farragut in regards to location. Lots of back roads can connect the two. They've got really great schools as well. They are probably the newest of all the schools. Hardin Valley Academy is definitely the newest high school within the whole Knoxville area. For sports, they're known for their sports, they're known for their facilities. Hardin Valley is just a booming area that's grown a lot in the last 10 years. Some of the things to look forward to for Hardin Valley is they've got lots of different shops and dining spread across, but it's really, if you think about one road, a really long stretch, it's just Hardin Valley Road. And you've got lots of neighborhoods. They are probably one of the most popular areas as far as booming for new construction. So if you think about you want new construction, or I would want a house that's within 5 years old, Hardin Valley is probably your go-to. There's been so much growth in that area, and you have all of the schools relatively close. So your elementary, middle, high, everything's very close out there. If you think about convenience, so it's not spread very far. Like if you think about the Farragut area, you've got all the way to the lake, you've got all the way to the interstate, Turkey Creek in between. It's a bigger area, where Hardin Valley is a little bit more streamlined, close-knit community. You're gonna have one gas station, one grocery store there. It's very condensed, if you will. So great schools, new construction homes, just a good area overall. The fifth one we're going to talk about is, I'm just going to say North Knox in general. North Knox is going to encompass lots of different neighborhoods. I'm going to stay broad on this because we're not talking about specific neighborhoods that we want to move into, but just area in general. So if you think about walkability, if you think about historic homes, you think about like the most amazing and local coffee shops, workspaces that you can go in and work from. You have your walkability, or your bikes, scooters, whatever whatever your transportation is. There's also public transportation for sure in the North Knox area that gets you downtown, but you're super close to downtown, and we have lots of shopping, dining, walkability, Market Square, Old City. If you really enjoy historic, charm, walkability, and close proximity to downtown, then North Knox is your go-to. There are lots of people that raise families here. It's just a super charming part of town. So do your research. Okay, let me recap just a little bit. So we have Farragut was the first one we talked about. The second one we talked about was Bearden. Third one was West Hills. Fourth, Hardin Valley. And fifth, North Knox. Now, if you have questions about these areas, DM for sure. I am your local realtor, guide, friend, whatever you want to call me, expert for Knoxville real estate. So hopefully this was helpful if you're thinking about moving to the area.
Thanks so much for spending time with me today. If you want to know more about investing, wealth building, or real estate in general, head on over to brandyleiden.com and you can book a consult with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more episodes like this one. See you next time.